Canadian living in the US. I've been here about a year and a half. I'm currently on a little mission to learn as much as I possibly can. And M. Brown would like me to check out where the majority of gun violence happens. So I did what any normal and sane person would do, and I took it upon myself. I researched, I came to some conclusions, and I took notes. Okay, so I didn't really know which way to go here. So I looked up cities and I looked up states. I looked up the top 15 cities with the highest gun violence. I looked up the top 15 cities with the highest gun homicide rates. I also looked at the top 15 states with the highest gun death rates. And I also looked at the top 15 states with the highest gun homicide rates. So I'm going to be completely honest, this one is going to be a little lengthy because there is a lot of information. And I don't really want to miss anything, and I also don't want to misspeak. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to try and rapid fire so that this isn't like a month long because I'm sure you have lives. So let's start with the top 15 cities with the highest gun violence. Okay, we're going to rapid fire from 15 to number 1. All right, Dallas, Texas, Syracuse, New York, Rochester, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Oakland, California, Compton, California, Chicago, Illinois, Richmond, Virginia. Oh, I hope so. Indianapolis, Indiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Washington, D.C. Number 3 is Detroit, Michigan. Number 2 is New Orleans, Louisiana. And number 1 is St. Louis, Missouri. What I find fascinating here is that there is one Republican city, and it is Dallas, Texas. Okay, so let's move along to the top 15 cities with the highest gun homicide rates, okay? We're going to rapid fire from top to bottom, 15 to number 1, all right? Indianapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Shreveport, Louisiana, LA, Louisiana, I hope so. Kansas City, Missouri, Missouri, I hope. Okay, Jackson, Mississippi, Newark, New Jersey, Memphis, Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Detroit, Michigan, New Orleans, Louisiana, Birmingham, Alabama, Baltimore, Maryland, and St. Louis, Missouri. So out of those 15 cities with the highest gun homicide rates, there is not one city that is Republican. There's 2 independents, and it's Detroit and Philadelphia. So let's move right along here to the top 15 states with the highest gun deaths, okay? We're going to rapid fire again, 15 to number 1. So we have Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Missouri, Montana, Wyoming, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alaska, New Mexico, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. Now, out of those 15 states with the highest gun deaths, there is only 2 Democrat states, and they are Arizona and New Mexico. Let's rapid fire the top 15 states with the highest gun homicide rates. Here we go. Arkansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Indiana, Tennessee, Delaware, Illinois, Missouri, Georgia, Maryland, New Mexico, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Again, majority of those are Republican states, and there are 3 Democrat states, which is Illinois, Maryland, and New Mexico. So here's what I'm trying to wrap my head around here is, why is it that red states show high gun violence, but it is concentrated in blue cities? So I decided to look into it like any normal, insane person would do, all right? So this is what I've come to. These are the results that I've come to. You can disagree with me. That is fine. But this is what I'm understanding. So crime is overwhelmingly urban. States don't have the same violent crime everywhere. Big cities, not small red towns, drive the stats. So a few blue cities carry most of the state's violence. So another reason is that cities govern themselves. Even in red states, cities are run by Democrat mayors with progressive police, prosecutors, and judges. So what I've learned is that red state laws plus blue city enforcement, those are not the same things. So another thing that I learned is that gun ownership does not equal gun violence, okay? Large numbers of legal guns do not cause crime. Criminal behavior, gangs, and drug markets do. So rural areas that have a lot of guns, they have little violence. Where blue cities, which have few legal guns, they have a lot of violence. And something else that I learned that I find rather fascinating is that a small group of people commits the most crime. So fewer than 1% of city residents commit anywhere from 50 to 70% of all violent crime. And this 1% of the city residents, they are repeat offenders, they're out on bail, they're on probation, and they have plea deals. And another thing that I learned is that strict laws don't matter if they're not enforced. So blue cities have strict laws, but they have weak law enforcement. So they have low arrests, they have weak prosecution, they have light sentences. And I mean, I'm assuming criminals would know that the real consequences are low. So what's happening? What's happening because of all of this is that the states are getting blamed for the city problems. The state statistics blend everything together, even if it's just one or two violent blue cities driving the statistics. So to me, the data isn't showing a gun problem everywhere. Okay, it shows a violence problem concentrated in a handful of cities, driven by repeat offenders and failed enforcement, not everyday gun owners. So, any hoodle, let me know how I did. Like, I come from Canada, so this is a foreign concept to me. But I hope I did well. And if there's anything else that you would like me to look into, please let me know. Have a fantastic day.